Welcome to the Mommin Around podcast. If you're new here, this is a podcast for moms by a mom. That's me. I'm your host, Liz Mercedes, and today we're just kind of doing a little catch up on my life, kind of what's going on and what's new. So let's get into it. First things first, Kala is in the background. So if you hear her or if you see me looking over, it's because she's right here on the bed next to me. She's playing with her new Love Every toys, not sponsored. Um, but I tried to get like the least noisy toys for her to play with. But I need to go out tonight. Like I need some social interaction. And tomorrow's Thursday, so this podcast needs to go out tomorrow. I had some kind of like stomach thing this week, so I wasn't able to like record earlier. So today I need to get this done early so that we can go out for dinner tonight because I need some like outness. Which brings me to my morning and what happened. So basically, I knew that like I'm struggling mentally. I've been struggling mentally, which makes me feel like ungrateful. Me and Nick have really like co-created this life that we're living, and we did it to the way we wanted it, right? So I'm home with our baby, hopefully in the future our kids, multiple, there's Kyle, and he's out working, which is great, and I'm so happy that he does that for us, and we make it work. But at the same time, because I don't get any social interaction throughout the day, which is like really important for me, I'm kind of feeling like upset. Don't think she's going to stop making noise in the background. So if you hear her, I apologize. It's just we're making this work today because this is what I need mentally. So anyway, so I've been getting a little bit of like the blues, because I'm just kind of like alone all day. And so then I was like, you know what, let's fix this by doing things that are productive for both me and her, right? Because when I'm away from her, I also feel kind of guilty that I'm away from her. And when I'm feeling the blues, when it's just the two of us, I feel guilty that honestly that I'm feeling the blues because I feel like we've done so much to get here and I should be enjoying this time and I'm really not. Say all that to say, signed her up for two classes. So we signed up for a music class and we signed up for a swim class. The swim class I have next week. I booked that next week because I didn't have any of the materials to do it. I had to get like swim diapers and whatnot. So there was that. And then today I was like, let's just get out and get to that music class. So go to the music class, or I got us all ready. She looks really cute today. She's got on this really cute outfit. I get ready, don't look as cute. I'll talk about that later on in the episode. There's a lot to talk about today, a lot to catch up on. Anyway, and so I get us both out. You know how hard that is to get you up and out, especially if it's like a specific time, right? So it's like 12 o'clock that we need to be there. I got her nap. I timed out her nap perfectly. I got her feedings done perfectly. It was great. Driving in the car on the way there, she is not crying in the car, which is a great sign because usually she cries in the car. She's slowly getting better, I think, because we went so many places in New Jersey, but she does cry in the car a lot. Anyway, get on the highway, and I notice as I'm driving on the highway, the time goes from 11:40, the class is at 12 o'clock, and then it starts like creeping up. And I'm like, what's going on? Like I'm headed towards the class. Like, why is the time going up? Well, the highway was closed. There was a terrible accident. I felt so grateful that I wasn't in the accident. So that was a good thing. But I was upset because the time kept going up and up and up, and I was sitting in the traffic and, even getting off because everyone was getting off the highway, even getting off the highway wasn't really helping. It wasn't taking off any time. So I had to call the school and cancel her music class, and I was really looking forward to it, and I was looking forward to like seeing her in like that setting. I was looking forward to getting out and getting in with other moms and having some social interaction. And I looked like I had my makeup done, I had my hair done, she looked really cute, and I just felt like it was such a bummer. So I tried to recalibrate it in like a grateful manner. So I'm grateful I wasn't in that car accident, right? And then I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to drive to the library. So I went to the library and I got a library card. And that was fun. And then I looked into like their programs, which The library was super cute. I checked out a book, happy about that. But their programs, they only have once a week, like baby reading, like a baby story time kind of thing. It's once a week, and then in February there's like 3 weeks where they're not doing it. So that'll be something I'll definitely do. But obviously, it's not a ton. It's not super consistent. So, um, yeah, I can't go all the time. Anyway, I need to work on my vision board for 2024. I still have my vision board up for 2023, which I think I mentioned on Julie's episode. Most of it came true. It's just the background to my computer. But me and Julie were talking about doing a vision board episode for 2024. So if you are interested in that, just send me a message on Instagram and let me know you're interested in it. Anyway, moving on. So next thing is we just got back from New Jersey. So even though I've been posting consistently, I'm actually just getting back from the holidays. So I pre-recorded all of that, and then I'm recording today. This will go out tomorrow. This is all, I'm back from, being in New Jersey for that long. First of all, New Jersey was so gray. I remember the winter being sunny there, but it really wasn't sunny like the entire time I was there, which was super depressing. I'm actually going to move my little notes. Which I don't know if like that contributed to like my mental state, where like that started it, and then I got home and then I was isolated and it just got worse. But maybe I'm talking through it with my psychologist, which yay me for doing that. But it's yeah, New Jersey was great. I was so happy to be around family, to be around friends, to enjoy time there, to have a little help. That was all really nice. Did a lot of Pilates while I was there. I still hate the cold. I'm still happy we moved to Texas. We had a couple parties while we were there, which I tend to do just to like batch everything, since we don't go too often. So we had Kala's baptism, and then we had my sister's bridal shower. So that was really nice. My sister's bridal shower was the day before we left. And so people in my family were asking me, like, are you dreading going back? And I was like, honestly, no. I almost hate that I like it here so much, because I think it would just be easier to be like, oh, I want to move back and move. But instead, like when I'm here, I'm missing there. And when I'm there, I'm missing here. But it is what it is. I mean, I guess it's good that I like it here because Nick really likes it here. And it would be hard if we were both on different pages about it. Anyway, here's Kala. She's in now on the conversation. She actually probably thinks I'm talking to her, so this will be a nice little conversation between me and you this whole time. So yeah, New Jersey was really fun. I talked about it on another podcast, but we surprised our family going to New Jersey. So my mom, my dad, and Nick's dad knew about it, but his mom, his sister, my sister, and then, like everybody else, my best friend, like didn't know we were coming. So we got to surprise them, which was super, super fun. His sister's daughter, my niece, Amelia, actually wrote a letter to her elf, to ask Santa for us to come for Christmas. And so when we showed up, actually the day before we showed up, everyone was asking us, like, do you think she's going to be surprised? And I was like, I don't actually think she's going to be surprised. I think she's just going to be like, I knew it. I asked Santa for you to come and you came. And that is exactly what happened. But his mom's reaction was hilarious. I'm actually going to post that today. So the day that you're watching this podcast, I will be posting that, because it was so funny. Honestly, it's something that we can kind of like cross off our bucket list, and we can never do it any ever again, because everyone's just going to kind of expect it. But it was such a great surprise, and it just made Christmas just a little bit more magical, and it was really, really nice. We decided to go home because after Thanksgiving I was feeling kind of homesick, and I was feeling like I didn't want to spend Christmas just us. So we did it. I was a little nervous about her flying, especially because she was so young, but she did great. And then on the way home, she was a little older, obviously, because we were there for a month, and a month is a long time for a baby. And she was a little bit more active, but she still did really, really well. She only cried on like the descent on the way back, but otherwise she did really well. I mean, thank God I was in middle seat and I was sitting all by myself. Me and Nick got separated, so thank God the two ladies next to me were super nice, entertaining her the whole flight. And she also slept for like maybe an hour and a half of the flight, which is normally how long her naps are now. And yeah, it was really nice. It was really, really magical. I'm really happy we did it. Again, it could never be exactly replicated ever again, but it was really good. Anyway, so then we came back and I'm like, all right, let's get on my grind for the new year. I guess I'm starting like my New Year's resolutions in February, even though I really feel like I started a lot of them in December. So I started this podcast in December and I've been staying really consistent and I've been really forcing myself to stay consistent. And I think that that's a goal that I have for the rest of the year, just to really stay consistent with the podcast and not given to like my inner voice that wants to stop for anything. The other thing is like just figuring out different ways to, make a little money here and there. I'm really feeling I'm struggling a little bit because even though I feel like Nick has got this, like he can provide for this family and he's great, and thank you for being the most amazing husband who's working really, really hard in order to get us everything we want and need. But also, like, I've been making money since I was literally in eighth grade. In eighth grade, I heard that altar servers made money by altar serving at funerals and at weddings. And so every single funeral that they had, I would literally sign up for it to be an altar server at the funeral so I could get paid the $10 to be an altar server. And so I've been doing that since eighth grade. And then after I did that, in high school, I got a job at a pharmacy. And then, I kind of had like odds and ends jobs. And I've never not had a job. And so last year was the first year I didn't have a job, but I was so sick while I was pregnant that I didn't even really miss it. And I think because Nick was home, so it wasn't that bad. But now I just feel like I want to be a part of bringing in some income to the family. So I started this podcast not for income, but if it does end up making some income, that would be a great goal for 2023. And it doesn't have to make, tons of money, but just a little something. I just feel like I want to contribute kind of because I've always done something to make money, and right now I'm not, and that just feels like weird. Not wrong, but like weird. And it's probably part of my depression. So I want to make sure that I'm really listening to myself and contributing if that's what my body wants to do and my mind wants to do. Another goal for this year is to lose some weight. I know that that's, controversial to say because of the whole body positivity movement. But honestly, I lost all of my pregnancy weight with Kala right after my pregnancy. I had really bad postpartum anxiety. I was not eating enough. And then we went to the lactation consultant, and the lactation consultant was like, girl, you got to eat. So then I went the complete opposite way, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was eating at all. I was just happy that I was getting calories in. And then that kind of caught up to me. So I've gained some weight, which honestly, like, I'm not super upset about because I know that like the fluctuation is just a part of being a mom, and I was kind of expecting it, and I wasn't expecting to lose the weight right away. But I do feel like in order for me to feel my best, and especially because I've been depressed, I need to really get on the grind, back on the grind, and kind of get to a place where I feel comfortable in my body, right? Because especially because I'm making new connections and stuff, you want to feel confident and you want to feel good about your body. So what am I doing about it this year? I'm not doing anything extreme. Originally, I told Nick that I would do 75 hard with him. And then, like, day two, or really day one, I realized that that wasn't going to happen between pumping and taking care of her. It was just not good for my mental health to, like, have these things that I needed to get accomplished that I was almost setting myself up for failure. So instead, I decided that I was just going to ease my way back into all of that. I mean, I wasn't working out. The last time I really worked out was 2022. 2022. And so I need to ease back into it. I was doing hot yoga, I did do Pilates while I was home, but I'm saying like really consistently, like hardcore workout wasn't since 2022. So I did start it up back in 2023 at the end of 2023, but not fully. Anyway, I say all that to say I started doing walks. So I do one walk a day, and then I'm just going to make sure that I do like at least one group fitness class a day. I think that'll be good to get me out of the house too, to kind of get me interactive with other people, and just to make me feel like productive. And then like diet wise, quote unquote, I'm doing Weight Watchers just because I'm at a point where I don't want to completely cut anything out, and Weight Watchers is just a really good, I think, tool for me. It gives me some good habits, so that I feel like I, you know, can kind of transfer those skills for after I've come off of like the Weight Watchers plan, right? So I use Weight Watchers as a tool, get me down to a place where I fit back into my clothes, I feel a little better. And then once I'm down there, then I'm like, okay, now we can kind of come off of that, and we have these like tools and this new way of looking at food again that is really great. So those are my goals for this year so far. I feel like I'm going to do a thing where I'm kind of looking at and reassessing my life quarterly, because I feel like to look at your full year is so overwhelming. Who I was last year at this time and who I am this year at this time is so different, and so much has happened in between then, right? And I think that the same thing can kind of happen year after year if you're not looking at your goals quarterly and reassessing them and recalibrating them and not making them smaller. That's not what I'm saying at all. You can be making them bigger, but just reassessing them, then I think that sometimes they can almost become overwhelming. So those are my goals for this year. Yeah. I'm also wanting to, get ready most days, definitely. I'm not even keeping her in PJs every day, because I feel like that was, part of like being anxious, is like neither one of us were like getting ready. And so it was like just PJs all day, every day, and that's not great for your mental health, as we know. She's looking at herself in the screen. But yeah. So we got date night tonight. We got goals set for this year. All right, so yeah, we're gonna keep this a short and sweet episode for today, especially because I have Kala here with me, and it's just the two of us on this episode. But next week's episode, I have a really special guest. I'm really excited for it, so I hope you guys can join in. Also, if you wanted that vision board, podcast, please just message me on Instagram. Kind of give me your take on it and your ideas and what you want to hear us talk about. I'm really excited for 2024. I feel like the year has already started off so well. I know that I like kind of talked about my depression and whatnot, but at the same time, I feel like me being proactive and like doing things to help it already is just such a good sign that this is going to be such a great year, and everything's going to work out, and it's going to be great. And I'm so excited that you guys are on this journey with me, and we're all doing it together, and should be a great year. So thanks for listening to the podcast. Like, subscribe, and please leave a review. It bumps us up in ratings. Also, you can follow me at Liz_Mercedes_ on Instagram. I'll be posting way more on there this year. I'm actually just enjoying like creating. I feel like I'm finally out of the newborn funk, where it's like all about her all the time. And I'm kind of like starting to like form my identity as a mom and a person, if that makes sense. And so I'm really excited to kind of share more on there, post more on there, and interact with you guys more on there. So come on over and say hi. Hopefully we'll get some brand sponsors on here this year. I'm really excited for that. If you haven't checked out our merch, check it out. No pressure to buy it, but I got my sweatshirt in over the holidays, and it is both of them are so cute. I got both of them, obviously, and they're super cute, and I'm really excited to wear that a lot. However, I got back here in Austin to hot weather. So I'll probably just be wearing it kind of like over my clothes for now. Tonight we're going out to dinner, so I'll probably like bring it with me and wear it like, tied over my clothes. I'll style that on Instagram. Woo, I'm getting my hair pulled. Anyway, Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of your support, and I'm so excited for what this year has to bring for all of us. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next Thursday.